Yes, people, right here, right now, live and direct. We have the artist, the great artist, Jimmy October. How you doing?
Greetings, I'm cool, man. All good, all good.
That's good to hear. So you're locked in right now to everywhere that's locked into outradio.com. Tell us a little something about Jimmy October.
Where do I start? Well, I'm a 25-year-old creative director, artist, singer, songwriter. Yeah, from Trinidad and Tobago.
Whoop whoop. Okay. So, for those who don't know, and are like me in the UK at the moment, tell us a little something about Trinidad and Tobago.
It's the good question. I think maybe more so something that's like real cultural is that it's the land of the steel pan, soca, and the calypso music.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think like those are three very indigenous things to our culture and who we are as Trinidadians.
Definitely. So
Yeah.
I've seen on your different pages and what people have been saying about you. They're calling you the new Calypso.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What does that mean for you?
I think the thing about it is I was asked a while back in an interview what I call my style of music.
Yeah.
And that's when I actually decided, you know what? Because I've been thinking about it for a bit with my producer Tano, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I really want to step out and let people know what I call. Obviously, I make different types of music, but that particular style, such as Remember the Days, Vacation, and that type of vibe. I just wanted to actually set the record straight and label it that, yo, this is what I call my music and it's new calypso, and not trying to take away from anything of the past or what calypso is for us as a culture, but definitely trying to give identity to what I create. So I think that has been embraced, which is shockingly for me because I thought it was going to be the other way around. And it was actually embraced, and I think people have a clear sense to some sort of what it is I do musically, or what that style or what that side of me is. And I'm definitely into exploring that and growing that. So, yeah, I think.
Okay. So, I could be wrong, but I'm sure yourself, did you win a national poetry contest in 2013?
Oh, no, I didn't. I was a part of this project called the Free Speech Project, which was a poetry. Yeah, it was like a poetry group in Trinidad, and I was like one of the core members of putting that together. So I think we did that for like 2 years. That was interesting.
Okay. So how has that helped you musically? Has it helped you musically doing poetry?
Yeah, I think it's about songwriting.
Okay.
Even though I was actually like writing songs before I was doing poetry to a point, but kind of I think when I got to this point where I was doing spoken word, it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And getting more into reading and poetry structure and just writing structure generally.
Yeah.
I think that's where it was able to help me expand on my pen game as a songwriter. So and maybe it's probably the same thing for like somebody who's writing short stories and that type of thing. Like it just widens your ability to write and describe things creatively.
Definitely. Who are some of your inspirations then? Who inspires you as an artist?
It's so wide.
I know.
And sometimes I think because of how much music I listen to, in terms of like different variety, because that spans from like Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix, Michael Jackson, Frank Ocean, Party Next Door.
Okay.
There's so many different like Usher. There's so many different layers and different layers of who I am as well,
Yeah.
which allows me to admire and actually tap into different artists for different reasons. Jay-Z, mind of a genius, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Kanye West, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So are you?
I named like 10 people already.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry. So are you a hip hop fan as well?
Yeah, for sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's good. So we spoke a little bit about what you might go into for, musically, but how do you come up with your lyrics and what you're going to put into a context of a song? How do you decide?
Yeah, I feel like that's like all in the moment of
Okay.
when creating. Sometimes there's like if I'm going through something at a time, or if I'm trying to like tell a certain like section of my life, a story about a certain section of my life, then I know it. I know the exact moment I'm talking about there, so it's kind of easy for me to get it out.
Yeah.
But piecing things together in song form is always different, because there's like even if you want to get an emotion out, you have to remember that I am trying to create a song, and I'm trying to like make people feel a particular type of way from this music, or make them understand my perspective, or make them relate to this.
Yeah.
So that's where songwriting gets tricky, because it boils down to things such as like chord progression. So the song is not just gonna be about me writing. The song is also gonna be about the production.
Yeah.
Because that's also gonna tell people how to feel about my music. Chords are so important in terms of feeling. A mix is also very important in terms of emotion and feeling and making people connect. So songwriting is always for me gonna be based on what story I'm trying to tell, whether it's a story from my life in particular, or something that I'm inspired by.
Yeah.
And what do I want to get out of the listener from this? What do I want to make them feel? I think that's always going to be at the forefront of importance for me when songwriting.
Definitely. So the song,
Yeah,
before we started speaking, I played the song that you did with Calpy, Wherever You Are.
yeah,
Tell us something about that song,
yeah.
because when I play that song, it does make me feel very happy. So tell us something about that
Yeah.
song.
I think this is something I talk to Calpi about all the time, in terms of, I think even when I listen to his music, aside from things I'm a part of,
Yeah.
it's like there's always this sort of happy, sad feeling. It's not one thing happening at the moment when you're listening to the song, because the song, like songs like that song is actually about, it is a happy song,
Yeah.
but it's also some sort of a sad song too.
Yeah, I know
And I
I know
think,
what you mean.
yeah, I think that's a nice balance for me with music sometimes, just because I could feel two ways when I'm listening to it. I could feel one way today, and I could feel a different way next week when I hear it.
Yeah.
And I think that just allows music to live with you, and live with you as a listener better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris had that record. He had that record, and he was like, "Yo, he had started writing it alone, and he was like, 'Yo, I have this song,' and I just pulled up and he played it, and he was like, 'I want you to be a part of this,' and I was like, 'Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
let's,' and we actually, like, I just started also doing some adjustments to the writing, and like I recorded on the spot, like right there.
Wow. Okay.
And yeah, because it was at his home while he was saying Trinidad, and I was like I thought the vocals were gonna be just demo vocals, and then he was like, "Yo, he gonna send it to mix, and yeah, we're gonna it's gonna go out." So it was a real organic type of vibe,
Yeah.
no overthinking, and I liked, like I felt the song from the jump.
Yeah, for real. And I know that particular song has received so much love, like on social media, and I know
Definitely.
I seen Protege liked it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my guy.
Yeah. So are you guys going to be doing some works together, or more works together, you and Protege?
Yeah, we've been reasoning, trying to
Okay.
figure out exactly what it is we're gonna do. But yeah,
Okay, okay.
That's definitely something that's gonna happen in the near future for sure.
We look forward to that, definitely. So what's next for you? What have you
Yeah,
got coming up for the listeners out there who want to find something about yourself? What can they find out or look
yeah.
into?
I have. I think just pay close attention to social media within like the next 2 weeks because I'm gonna be putting something out soon. It's actually a collaboration with me and another artist.
Okay.
So it's their yeah. I can't say it, but
Okay.
it's their song and I'm a part. It's their song and I'm a part of it. So
Okay.
it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you kept that really well.
And yeah, and apart from that, I'm working on my my EP, which is gonna be out this year as well.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of just locked and kind of trying to like just work on a couple songs and then pick the ones that I want for the project.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's the process I'm going through right now.
Wow. Okay. So, you being a young artist yourself, what kind of advice would you give to other young artists who are up and coming as
Yeah, I think, and I think this song is super cliche every time I say it, and it sounds super cliche probably every time I hear it as well.
Okay.
But I think it's very true that believing in yourself is key, like it's super key to actually seeing success through. Like I think people think that other people are gonna see what they want them to see from the beginning, but it's never gonna work that way.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's never gonna happen where you tell a group of people this idea, like, I want to be an artist, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. The first thing they're gonna do is probably be very skeptical of what you're telling them,
Yeah.
and that's either gonna motivate you or break you down. I choose to not let that break me down. And I chose to not let that break me down in the past. And even if it does in a moment,
Yeah.
just use that as fuel. And I think believing in yourself from the jump and believing in what you think your vision is super important. Whether nobody else believes it at all. Like nobody else has to believe it. And I guarantee you,
Yeah.
in no time they're gonna just be like, yo, wow, this felt like I knew this was gonna happen. It always happens that way. Nobody knew it, nobody supported it, nobody understood what the dream was.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen that way to you, and then in the end it's gonna just be like, look at what happened. Just because you actually believed in yourself. And I think that's the best advice I could give anybody.
Wow. Definitely. But I think it's a very important advice. So thank you for that. So
Yeah, you're welcome.
So for the last little bit of the interview, would you mind doing a little something now live on air?
Okay, wow.
Okay.
All I really want is a place I could come back. I can't understand where they love when we need that. Wherever you are, know that it will always get better. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Definitely.
Nice.
So, once again, for the listeners out there, in case they missed it at the beginning, what can they look out from you, just so that they have it in your mind, and any social medias, etc.
Yeah, I'm on all social media platforms. I'm Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, just Jimmy October. And yeah, I'm not sure the exact date. I'm definitely gonna be gonna start promoting a new record, a new collaboration soon, within like the next week
Okay.
or two. Yeah, probably in the next week actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so look forward to that. And yeah, the next few months you're gonna be getting releases as well. But look forward to the EP before 2020 as well. Before 2020 is over as well.
Great, that's so good. I just want to say
It's
thank you to you.
Gonna be interesting.
It will. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I really am looking forward to it. And I hope that you send it on to me as well, so I can play it on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Great. I just want to say to you, thank you once again, you know, for taking the time to do the interview, because I know you've been very
No
busy.
problem at all.
I really do appreciate
problem
it. And I hope we can keep the link, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. For
Definitely.
certain.
Okay, have a good rest of the day or evening.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
No worries.
Bye. Yeah, that's it.
Let us always be able to say with the psalmist, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Yeah. Tell me how we coping. I see the signs of time, turn off every light we open. And every fire sky go burn out and you barely notice. But you are the will to rise up and grow like your mother told ya. She told me people never bring